Now, today's agenda is AISM exam overview. Many of you already aware. Some changes has happened, which I am going to share so that you can focus on how you can achieve this certification. So, you know that this certification definitely in the current scenario, every organization, talking about every a small or a big enterprise, completely focused to integrate or automate their day-to-day operation. Now, remember, we are a cybersecurity professor, so it not means we can just focus in our function. No, sorry. In our function, you can do this. Like, AI power SIM solution, AI power DLP solution. You are going to integrate third party tool with your firewall for monitoring. You can do this. But this is not a challenge. Honestly, this is not a challenge. I'm sharing my experience. When you will work with business, how you are going to ensure security of that business? Because your business or businesses are going to integrate their business function in AI. And because we are a custodian of security, our responsibility to guide them. You know that they are not able to understand because their focus is productivity, their focus is experience, all these things. But our focus is how we are going to help without compromising security. So this certification definitely give a pathway how you are going to convince, how you are going to build governance. And without governance, completely failure of you can say AI program in your organization, in my organization. Honestly, I'm saying. And this is a most painful you can say painful experience for you. I have seen, just I'm sharing my experience in a big organization. They have already adopted or they have already integrated, they have already automated more than 30 to 40% their day-to-day operation, but they don't have effective governance model. And if you don't have a base, right, how you are going to build high rise building on this? And the problem here is they have already designated someone, he or she doesn't know about AI. They're very good in speaking all AI stuff, big jargon, but they actually don't know what is the basic they have to use to strengthen or build governance. How and when and why they are integrating AI governance with enterprise governance, or AI risk management with enterprise risk management, or AI security control with enterprise security control. How they are going to do. So if you'll ask me, ISM definitely give a pathway. Mainly the domain one and domain two actually give you pathway how you are going to actually build completely. Okay. So definitely this certification mainly for leadership, or you are looking for AI related role. And there are numerous openings in mainly the finance sector, and they are not getting professional. So if you want to actually do transformation and transition internally or maybe outside, definitely one certification is needed. Maybe you can go for AISM, or maybe you can go for AI audit, or maybe you can go for AIR. But if you'll ask me, AISM is a good one because you will get holistic as a security professional. We can use how we are going to ensure security. If we are going to integrate, if we are going to adopt anything, we can do this. So this certification help you how can build a governance, how you can do risk assessment, how you are going to reduce risk within a risk appetite. Mainly when you are going to integrate any application, any system with AI solution, and you know that 80 to 90% our focus and our organization focus is to just take third party AI solution, maybe Copilot, Gemini, right, OpenAI or Claude they are going to take. But how you are going to reduce third party risk management? This here responsibility completely change. And if we don't know what is the responsibility model, definitely we are not able to safeguard our AI posture. So we have to know, and this certification actually help you to do, because you have a license. You can say, yeah, I have a license and I am able to take. Right. So maybe if you will get chair, you are able to actually learn. So if honestly, if you ask me, I will actually, tell you, if you are getting a chance, challenge. If you are getting a chance, you can say, okay, I'm going to actually work in AI. Please give me a chance. Trying to work. You will learn a lot. Okay. Second, you know that in this we have a three crucial domain: domain one, domain two, domain three. Domain one completely focus on how you are going to build a governance from scratch. That means you are going to do AI readiness check. We are going to actually develop policy. You are going to develop a standard. You are going to develop AUP policy. You are going to also understand how you can do maturity assessment. Right? We are doing, or we have already done multiple time maturity assessment of cyber posture. But how you can do AI? They have already automated, or your organization already using for last 1 year. If you don't know what is our existing state, how we are going to make a strategy, or how we are going to develop any program which improve our AI posture or safeguard our AI posture. So definitely we have to know how we can do maturity assessment. Okay. Second domain, AI risk and opportunity management. Definitely how we are going to reduce the risk, how we can use NIST risk management framework or another framework, right? In AI environment, and how we are going to integrate AI risk management with enterprise risk management. Who is your owner, right? How we are going to set AI charter. Everything we are going to learn here. And domain three, AI technology and control. What controls are applicable to safeguard? So generally, there are two types of control here. You can say in high level, technical control and non-technical control. So you know that you have a big attack surface, because AI is a dynamic environment. It is not a static environment. And dynamic environment have their own challenges, because every day attack surface is changing. So how you are going to actually secure? So this is the most important thing which you can learn. So if talking about percentage wise, domain one, 33%, that means you will get 33, sorry, domain one, 31%. That means you will get approx 30 questions. Here you can actually 28 questions. Here also 28, and rest you will get domain 3. Now you have to look into where you have to focus more, so that you are able to clear this certification, because you will get 90 questions. You will get 90 questions, and you have a 2.5 hours. Definitely no negative mark, multiple choice question you will get, and you can review multiple times. It's not cat based exam where when you actually submit your answer, you cannot revisit. Here you can revisit multiple times. Okay. Now what scores are needed? 450 and higher out of 800. Okay. When you'll clear, you will get immediate result, because they have done some changes. Definitely your result will you are able to see in your display. But after, within 1 hour, you will get confirmation email. Yeah, you have achieved. Congratulations. But a score and everything you will get after 10 business day, and then you can pay you can say certificate amount $50, and after that you can get certificate. You are a CISSP, then you have to upload your digital certificate. But you are a CISM, automatically happen. No verification, nothing. Okay. So this is all about how you are going to do this. Okay. Now, the best part, what materials and everything you have to follow. This already I have covered. So computer-based certification, taken post course. Definitely you can go. You have to prepare, and after that you can go for. they are focusing on real life AI security job practices. Now here is the most important. You will not get any question which not having scenario. You'll get scenario based question only. The problem here, 20 to 30 word scenario and options are long. Two and three questions you will get where you have to use your analytical skill, and you can say the English exam as well, right? Maybe you are not able to get, you are not able to get the meaning of that word, and you are not able to respond. 2 to 3 questions, not more than that. Okay, so already 90 questions, scenario driven, practical, design, test, applied your knowledge and concept. 150 minutes, 450 out of 800, scale scoring model. Okay, so it's not fixed, you can say score for each and every question. Maybe some questions contain 10 marks also, some question contain 5 marks also, because they are all about high, medium, and you can say difficult, but you are not able to get, okay, which questions are containing what marks. Okay, okay, now how you are going to prepare? Definitely, you have an exam preparation. You can go for Isaka question and answer databases. I think you have to invest 270 or $280, or you can go for review
वो
manual.
गर्मी
But
के आगे
apart
बैठ
from
के
that,
जितना
can
मर्जी
you
देख
mute
लीजिए
please,
बाहर से आवाज
Asad?
नहीं कर।
Asad, can you mute please? Thank you. Apart from that, if you want the better materials available, and later I can actually share, which actually help you, to clear this certification. Definitely it's a cheaper, you can focus if you want, because it's completely aligned with these materials. Little bit difficult questions are there, so that you have to test. Okay, now how you are going to respond the questions, and this is the most important thing you have to know. No need to no need to find what is the correct answer. You have to read question minimum 2 times. If you'll understand also, you can read 2 times, because you have enough time, no hurry, right? And then you have to read options also 2 times, and start eliminating. Okay, I will actually give a demo. Okay, start eliminating, and then you will get right one. You can easily eliminate two options. You can easily, if your concept is clear, you are able to eliminate two options, and then you can choose best one. Which one is the right? Close one. You are able to do. And if you are able to eliminate two options, 100% you are going to clear exam. But if you are not able to eliminate two options, that means quite challenging. Because in ISACA driven certification, getting four, you can say 420 to 445 is very easy. But after that, it's a quite challenging. So definitely you have to have a knowledge. You have to have a clear understanding and concept about AI. And this is not what we are talking and then you are listening in events. Actually, you have to have a knowledge. And where you have to focus, I will let you know later. Okay. Definitely you will get based most first type of words, which is the most important. And because if you're getting first, like they're asking sequence. So you have to have clear understanding, okay, what is the first sequence, right? What is the main objective? What is the best method? Because all methods, all options are right, but which one is the best one, you have to choose, right? So again, because everybody experienced professional here, and you have already cleared CISM and CISSP or another certification, you are aware how you are going to respond. Same thing you have to follow. But one advice, don't try to choose right one. Try to choose wrong one. You will get right one, and it's easy for you to clear this certification. You can read these questions. You will get such type of questions only in exam. The scenario based. Okay, scenario based questions. 90% scenario based. Maybe 10% you will get 10% all about, you can 7 to 8 questions which without scenario. Otherwise, you'll get scenario only. Okay. So question talking about a multinational organization intend to integrate, okay, what they want to integrate third party foundation model, okay, into multiple customer facing application. That means you have a AI model and organization going to integrate multiple customer facing application with AI, which governance, okay, activity should receive the highest priority before deployment, not after deployment, right? Before deployment, what you are going to do, okay. So option A, verifying the vendor follow the secure AI development practices, okay, that means before deployment. So till now is right. Software supply chain control and ongoing security assurance. So if you see this statement, secure deployment and supply chain controls are important mainly for what? Reducing technical risk, not a governance, right? But question talking about governance control. So this is all out. Let's go last. What actually saying? What is actually saying? Saying verify the vendor maintain formal process, okay, model monitoring incident, that means after deployment talking about, or D also out. Now what we have? B and C. Okay, let's discuss about B. Verifying the vendor provide evidence independent model, okay, independent model validation and performance against defines. So performance again after deployment you are going to actually check. So this one also out. What is the right answer? Answer is C. So right one still automatically you will actually get. Okay. Great. Try next one. All these four topics are most important and you have to have a clear the concept. Otherwise you will get difficulty. 10 to 20 question. Honestly, if you'll ask me, you'll get more than 50 question in exam. In exam, you will not get direct words where you can easily identify. They are going to use input, output. They will not ask prompt. They will not ask. They will not ask also multiple application or multiple databases integrated with model. They are going to use, okay, multiple source, classify source integrated with model. Remember, multiple source uh, uh, interference integrating with model. This type of word they are going to use and confuse. So you have to know the clear understanding. Okay. So let's read what question talking about. The organization deploy an AI model. Okay. They have deploy AI model that accessible to external user. That means you can say maybe anyone can access. A threat assessment. Okay. Threat modeling, threat assessment has been carried out to identify multiple attack or opportunity based on model exposure as intended use. Which attacks should be considered most likely? Most likely. Now remember, definitely you have to know the keywords, right? So if you're talking about model poisoning, what is model poisoning? Model poisoning occurs maybe during training or maybe retraining process. Or maybe you have, this is a complete environment, right? You are collecting data from different sources. You are going to actually store data in your warehouse, right? Now you are going to do pre-processing activity of data, that means data cleansing. Now this is your training data. You are going to put in vector database because if you see the external users, maybe you are going to use, you can assume GenAI application, GenAI AI application, and this is your AI solution. And accessible to whom? External. They are going to put input and they are going to get output. So model poisoning may be during collection of data, or maybe when you are going to retrain your model, then they are going to do, because question not talking about any RAG integration with, you know, your database. So this one completely out. But question also not talking about any retraining, training, malicious data. So this one completely out. Model poisoning. Okay. Now, what talking about? Inversion. Inversion. I for infer. Okay. So you have a infer. That means you are going to infer. Infer means you are going to reconstruct sensitive information. Okay. You are going to infer or reconstruct sensitive information. This is all about inversion attack. That means you are going to infer, reconstruct sensitive information from what? Training data through output. This is called inversion attack. Now, question not talking about any sensitive or training data you are going to retrieve. So this one also out. Now, what is evasion? E, that means F, right? After E is F. Just trying to you know remember these keywords, because if you are able to remember, you are going to actually respond approx 10 question with help of this question only. That means attacker trying to fool model. So how they are going to fool? Maybe they are going to craft input and trying to bypass and manipulate your AI, you can say configuration setting and all these things, right? But question not talking about any manipulation input output. So this one also out. So what is the answer? Extraction. Now what is extraction attack? Because question talking about AI model is exposed publicly, right? So your AI model exposed publicly. So what they are going to use? Maybe they are going to use API or any application interface they are using to providing services to external users. Now attacker can manipulate API or manipulate application interface and trying to extract information about model, right? Is it possible? So if B, C, D is not, what is the right answer? A is the right answer. And you have to have a clear about attack, honestly, because they are going to actually tweak. So keywords you have to focus how you are going to actually do this. Okay, try next one. Which governance control provide best protection against catastrophic AI failure? Many of you heard, kill switch, right? Now this question is all about kill switch, but maybe you will not get kill switch word. But if you are getting kill switch word and if you are getting such type of failure, immediately you can select kill switch answer. But here in option, not talking about kill switch. So let's discuss about how you are going to do this. Okay. So option A, let's go. You know, option D. What option D is saying? Implement continuous governance oversight. Okay. To ensure AI activity remain with approved operational expectation. Now, continuous oversight support what? Your monitoring and your compliance, right? Because oversight is primary control of your compliance and your monitoring. But you can think only monitoring or oversight alone, I don't think provide authority or capability to immediate intervene if any, you can say, high risk failure happens, such failure happen. Now you can imagine you are using AI solution in manufacturing, robotic, and such failure happen. So you have to have a kill switch, right? And kill switch supported by human oversight. Remember, if you will get any question, they are talking about high risk or you can say any type of AI failure, HITL is the most important. Now, who is going to operate kill switch? Human going to operate, right? So D completely out. Now let's talk about C. Implement mandatory human authorization. Okay, for AI decision exceeding established business risk threshold. So human authorization is definitely is an important governance control for high risk decision. Till now, actually meeting our requirement. But it actually apply only predefined decision. Okay, when we can operate, already we have define your guiding principle. Okay, what type of failure happen, then you are going to operate. All failure you are not going to do, right? But question talking about exceeding established business threshold, you have already, okay, this risk if crossing you have to use kill switch. But it's saying you have to, think exceeding established business risk. So this is also not meeting, then it's out. B is saying implement predefined governance constant and restrict AI activity, approve of operational parameter. Again, governance constraint reduce risk by limiting, you can say, your AI behavior, but they not adequately address unforeseen situation or emerging failure, right? Because emerging failure required human intervention. So B also out. What is answer? A. Implement human directed operational control with authority to manage AI execution during high risk condition. That means human in the loop is there, but with authority. Okay, if any such situation happen, he is having authority to operate. It not means, okay, going a call to KK and say, such situation happen, can I operate? No, right? You are going to give. So answer is A. Okay. Okay, try next. And this is a very famous actually question, is a matrix. So you have to careful about this, and I will give a you know um, some hidden secret which you can focus and you are able to respond this answer. Okay, because lots of calculation are there. I don't think so. You have to focus this part. You have to memorize. Okay. Okay. So what question talking about? Performance testing indicate that AI fraud detection model produce a very few false negative. Okay, very few false negative. Okay, while generating a relatively high number of false positive. Which evaluation metric is most likely have a high value? Okay, so what is precision? What is precision? So let's, I'm going to, give a, I'm not going in detail because this is not definitely explanation class where I'm going to say, okay, if you are going to calculate your recall, you have to, use formula two project positive by two project positive plus two negative. This is a formula of precision, right? Because this is not class, but what you have to memorize for exam perspective. Okay, so if question talking about false negative are low, false negative are low, so what is answer? False negative are low, that means false negative are low. This is one scenario. False positive are low. This is another scenario. True negative, true negative are high. This is another scenario, right? Okay. So what is the answer? So let's discuss. Question talking about very few negative. What is the answer? Very few negative. Negatives. So if something negative happen, what you are going to do? You are going to recall, you are going to correct. What is the answer? Recall, right? Recall. Now, because the whole matrix you have to understand and you have to have a formula for this, then use calculation happen. But what I am actually going to highlight here, just you can focus. If question talking about, because you are reading this one, false positive, and everybody start focusing, okay, false positive, then we can sorry, false positive, then we can go precision, right? But actually question talking about detection model produce a very few false negative. So negative always represent recall. See, if you are going to buy something or and that materials is defective, so what you are going to do? You are going to recall. You are going to send back, right? That thing you have to remember. What question talking about? Because while generating high number of false positive is actually creating very few false negative. So this one. But if talking about this word is here and this word is here, then your answer is precision. Okay. Now, accuracy. Accuracy actually measure overall your prediction. Overall prediction. So you can say when false positive are high, then it's go in accuracy. And your specificity measure actual negative cases. Okay. But these two option maybe you will not get in exam. These two will get. So always remember if you are getting few false negative, this is what you have to remember immediately R, and if few false positive, then you can go for P. Okay, right? Okay. The question talking about particular person medical record. So medical record individual they are talking about. Maybe privacy, right? So privacy represent membership interface is a very easy. But I know in exam maybe you will get confused, because inversion attack also is a sensitive data. But remember, in exam, if you're talking about any personal information, then membership attack. If not personal information, then inversion attack. If talking about sensitive, okay, data poisoning extraction already we have discussed. So answer is A. You are right. Okay, try this one. Which of the following is a primary reason for lower AI model temperature? See, if you are going to model, AI temperature, and when you are going to do before training. Okay, so when you will actually lower AI model temperature, it directly influence your performance. That means lower temperature, high performance. More temperature, low performance. Just remember for example. Now you can actually look into. Est- what question talking about? Strengthen model ability to detect and prevent adversarial manipulation. So it's a not, you can say like they are talking about, okay, you are going to, you know, test your model which can prevent or detect adversarial attack. Now, if talking about adversarial, maybe you can say DDoS attack also. But setting temperature, I don't think so. Going to now protect is all about security control testing, right? So this one out. Okay. Now, second saying to minimize the likelihood of inconsistent and unpredictable model response. Unpredictable model. So reduce actually unpredictable model response means that generally lower temperature performance, but they're talking about unpredictable model response, maybe output going to manipulate. So definitely it's a one type of attack is not one type of when you are going to do this is happen. So this one also out. To improve the repeatably reliability output for operational decision making, right? To improve repeatedly and reliability of output. This talking about your input output, fairness and performance, or you can say correctness is not performance they are going to do. So C also out. What is the answer? D. Because talking about to reduce variability and produce more deterministic responses. The word has been actually changed. Because if they will put, okay, you can say like performance, then you can easily identify, right? Because primary purpose of lowering temperature to reduce randomness and token selection. And because of this, what you will get? You will get consistent output in the same and similar prompt you will get, right? So this one is right answer. Remember, lowering temperature impact your output performance. Okay, read question carefully. Which of the following is security manager best recommendation for maintaining effective AI governance policy? Effective AI governance policy. That means you are going to implement policy and policy actually effective. Now, how effective? Everybody going to follow, right? Let's establish, define, review process and documented policy. Definitely, it's a very good documenting review. Revision is a good governance practice. But only documentation, I don't think so. Actually, help. How you are going to? You have documented. Okay, we are going to actually review. Every quarter, right? Maintain integrity, but how actually help governance is effective? So this one out, right? Let's second, establish a defined maintenance process with periodic control update. Periodic control updates address your operational control, but right, don't necessity to ensure your governance policy themselves, right? What you are going to review, you are going to revise like control, right? So this one also out. Establish a defined governance process with assigned policy ownership. Ownership, set accountability. But only setting accountability, I don't think so actually help. Okay, KK is owner of this policy. It will not help, right? So what is the answer? A, establish define review cycle. Okay, every quarter we are going to review, or we are going to review annually, or if any changes happen. AI environment, every time changes happen. And you are going to update documents and procedure, because review cycle with documented update procedure help to ensure your AI governance policy and control remain current as a AI technology, as a risk, as a regulatory requirement, as a your business objective evolve. So this one is very close and right. Okay, so A and D is a very close. Which testing activity best evaluate AI resilience against intentionally manipulated input? How you are going to do? Right? Manipulated input. Okay, let's do regression testing. Already we have discussed, right? Multiple time. Regression testing verify that existing functionality continue to work after any changes. So this one out, because they are talking about a resiliency and input. Okay. Stress testing. Evaluate your system performance under extreme workload or resources constraint, rather than your resistance to your manipulated input, right? So this one also out. Now we have a D and B. Now D talking about validation. What validation? Your AI functions or your business requirement. When you are going to actually build AI solution, you are going to validate it, right? You are going to perform validation testing. Okay, what you are going to implement or you have implemented meeting your business requirement, able to solve your business use cases, right? But here talking on manipulate. So what is the answer? Robustness testing. Robustness testing evaluate AI system performance when exposed to unexpected, or you can say manipulated, all intentionally manipulated input. And help, okay, if someone trying to manipulate also, your system actually able to work. Right? Answer is B. Okay. Okay. The AI model began consistently approving malicious transaction only after retrain with newly collected operational data. Okay, so you know that newly collected data you have retrained, after that start getting wrong output and all these things. That means data poisoning, right? Now let's discuss model decision by manipulating inter inference input is a model evasion or adversarial is example. So this one out, right? Now, influence the model behavior by replicating. You can say model theft. You are going to replicate, or model extortion attack. They're talking about A and D out. Now, B and C. Let's see. Influence the model output by extracting sensitive. Is an inversion attack, right? Or you can say inversion attack or membership inference attack. What is the answer? B. Okay, everybody, right? Okay, try this last one. And then you have to evaluate actually where you are. An attack part is the most important because they are going to play with words. So please focus. Attack path is the most important for exam. An organization establishes practice to improve confidence and accountability in its enterprise AI program. Which are the following most effective approach? Maintaining clear documentation of AI solution throughout its life cycle. Definitely documentation. That means you are able to create a effective model card. That means help to maintain explainability and accountability. So we can park this. Maintaining detailed documentation of AI solution, operational perform only operational, definitely only operational can't actually help compared to A. So this one out. What about development? What about data collection activity? What type of data you have been used? I have a rights to understand, right? I have a right to actually get information because I am a user. So this one out. Maintaining comprehensive documentation for AI solution. Only governance activity, fine. But what about other? Right? So this one also out. Maintaining publicly available documentation, and it's publicly available, definitely not able to build. You need when you are going to, you can say the first stage, when you are going to plan and when you are going to actually operate. Till now you have to do because question talking about till operation only. Right? You have to document each and everything so that you are able to build confidentiality. Confidence is all about trust and assurance and accountability. So answer is A.